Roger, go.
So hello YouTube viewers, this is I'm out for another flight. Been getting to go out with a couple guys in the Katy area, and Roger, you heard me watching him take off the car here, but I'm holding you. We're heading off to the Brazos River south of our launch site there. And man, this is great. I'm really loving this, flying with these other guys, not just getting out flying on my own. It just adds a whole nother dimension to it. Makes it a lot more fun. And you see Roger's flying his Macpera Charger. Looks pretty much like mine, except because it's a little bit smaller. I forget what size he's got. I've got a fairly big 31 meter one, which is probably a little bit too big for me, I think, from what I understand, but you know, it comes with being a little bit bigger boy, having a little bit more weight. Flying over this field, this was a cool thing. I learned, you know, this was a cotton field. It wasn't even harvest or anything, but you know, as we got down here by the river, we scooped up some hogs, some wild, you know, feral hogs. A big nuisance for a lot of the farmers and really destroy some of the farmland. I know a lot of folks go out hunting those, something I haven't ever done, but might get to do that one day. There's certainly plenty of them around here. And there's Roger taking a trip out over up high over the river. Some deer, you know, I saw a buck the other day on a different flight. Must have been 8 or 10 point buck out cruising over the area here. We joined up with Jim, another PPG pilot. Came out this same evening, but he didn't manage to get out with us on the initial launch, so we kind of joined up with him in the air. He had called Roger over over his phone while he's flying. We're all set up with the Cena Bluetooth, and anyway, joined up with him, and then we took off and went back to the north. The river had been south. We went to the north up to where some of the rice fields are, and here's Roger doing a little really shallow water foot drag through the water, and managed to get a little video of that. I thought that was pretty cool. One of these days, sometime soon, I'm gonna have to get where I'm comfortable doing that. The thing kind of holding me back from the foot drags right now is I still feel like I got to get my motor tuned. You know, the power is just not real consistent in that mid-range band. I really need to get that worked out. I finally got it running pretty good consistently in the high RPM range, but for just cruising and maintaining, I don't have quite the consistent power I think I need, especially as a novice. Anyway, we just cruising, doing a lot of low flying here. As the evening wore on, the air just got so great. It was good to start with, but it just got really smooth and made me pretty comfortable flying low. And just had a long cruise here across some of the fields. Oh, another thing about this, another first on this flight, Jim, the guy that met up with us, he had showed me what he had done for a strobe, so that to make it legal, so we can fly 30 minutes before or after sunrise, 30 minutes before sunrise, 30 minutes after sunset. So this was the first flight I had my strobe on. He basically recommended, and I got a strobe from superbrightleds.com. Maybe a bit of a commercial for them there, I guess. It seems like they had a little mounting kit, a few zip ties, and a little bit of wiring, minor bit of soldering, and I had myself a strobe hooked up, and it seems quite bright, and I'm not sure how long the battery life is going to last yet, but it's basically the same kind of setup that both of the guys I'm flying with, Roger and Jim, had set up for us. So here we are, just getting back closer to our landing takeoff, LZ takeoff zone, and just cruising around. I'm enjoying watching them zoom around a little bit. And you know, in the end, it was just an awesome evening, getting in some good flights. As you'll see right at the end, not right here, this is just some more low flying that I was doing, is enjoying the great air. But as I got to the end, I I basically came in a little fast and fell forward, so I botched my landing. But you know, even that, I was real happy with the flight. So it was a great day flying. Man, if you can get into this paramotor stuff, I definitely recommend doing it.
That was bad.
Have a good one.